ready to kick off. Hello, we are already online, I think. Yes?
Yeah, we're ready. We're online.
So, great. So, good evening from Beirut, from Lebanon, from Beirut International Women Film Festival. We are celebrating the 5th edition here. And we started 2 days ago on the 6th of March, and today, the 8th of March, the International Women's Day. We have a full program, and we are proud to start it with this new collaboration under the name of Reclaim the Frame, with the support of the British Council and all those partners. I would like to thank all those who are joining us on the live to watch the launch of this project. And I would like to give the talk to my colleague, Melanie Iredale from UK, who is the director of Bird's Eye View to present the project. Thank you, Melanie, and all the partners, Manal and Neil, and the floor is yours, Melanie.
Thanks, Sam. Happy International Women's Day, everybody. Yeah, I'm really delighted to be launching the project here virtually at Beirut Women Film Festival. I'm really sorry that I can't be there. I know Neil from Flying Broom is also there in Beirut with you, Sam. I'm really sorry that I can't be. I'm actually in a hotel room at Glasgow Film Festival, and yeah, and having a great time here, but that doesn't mean that I don't wish that I was there with you also. So yeah, so this project, Reclaim the Frame International, is a collaboration with Beirut Women Film Festival in Lebanon, with Flying Broom Festival in Turkey. Hello, Neil, and with Regard de Femme, Women's Film Festival in Tunisia. Hello, Manal. Before I say a bit about the project, let me just say just a little bit about Bird's Eye View and our work here in the UK, and where the Reclaim the Frame project, like the UK iteration of the project, came from. And then I'm really looking forward to hearing from each of you talk about each of your own film festivals. So Bird's Eye View is a UK-wide charity. We actually started out as a women's film festival some years ago that used to take place around this time of year over International Women's Day in London in the UK. And though the format of what we do has changed, the mission hasn't. The mission is about widening perspectives of the world through cinema by women and non-binary filmmakers. And yeah, and that hasn't changed. It's a project that we now do all year round and all across the UK in collaboration with 19 cinemas in 15 cities across the UK. And the aim is to build a community of those who make, show, release, and watch films by women non-binary filmmakers. And so the aim for this project is partly about kind of taking that community internationally, which is why it feels particularly pertinent to be talking about it on today of all days, and about building that community internationally and showing works from our respective countries, the UK, Turkey, Tunisia, and Lebanon, and circulating them through our respective film festivals, or in our case, film kind of year-round charity. And yeah, in order to to kind of further broaden that perspective of the world through the films that we show. So Reclaim the Frame is a project started a few years ago by my predecessor, Mia Bays, who's now at the British Film Institute. And yeah, it's a project that, like I say, is kind of in collaboration with distributors and with filmmakers and with cinemas across the UK to improve the kind of circulation and visibility of works by women and non-binary filmmakers, to build a community and an audience for those, to create events around those films, and really importantly, to kind of further the conversations that those films kind of ignite. And that's what we do here at Bird's Eye View, and that's what we'll be doing in partnership with these incredible festivals, doing really, really important work in Lebanon, Tunisia, and Turkey. So between us as a consortia, and as Sam says, with the support of the British Council's International Collaboration Grant, we will be working together to curate a slate of films, one from each of our kind of respective countries, all female directed work. We'll be circulating them between our respective kind of festivals and exhibitors. We will also be working together on a training program that will open up as an opportunity for filmmakers in each of our respective countries. And then we're also just really interested in what this project could kind of bring about through the coming together of our organizations. What might we learn from each other? What else might we collaborate on? What might we, kind of campaign on together? Because each of our missions is, very much about kind of gender equality in cinema. And so it's really exciting to think what we might do when we kind of get our heads together, which we already have been a few times over the past few months. And yeah, it's really exciting to think where it could go. And it's really exciting to think the opportunities that might be out there for filmmakers from the UK, Turkey, Lebanon, and Tunisia, both in terms of the training program and in terms of the kind of exhibition opportunities. Yeah, I'm going to pause there. I've said enough, I think, already for the moment. So I wonder if maybe Neil would come to you next. Maybe if you could tell us a bit about Flying Broom. And I ask because your festival following Beirut is next. It's in end of May, beginning of June. Tell us a bit about your festival and tell us a bit about what this kind of project means to you and your team.
Yes, sure. I'm in Beirut now, and I must say that I'm very happy to be here and share this experience of this wonderful film festival here. The Flying Broom Film Festival is celebrating its 25th edition this year at the end of May. So as you can see, it has been doing the work of representing women filmmakers for a long time. It's organized in Ankara, the capital of Turkey, by the Flying Broom Foundation, which is an NGO organization. So we are starting at the 26th of May this year for our 25th edition. And we are really happy, like we all are, to host this project together in the special year of the festival. As you said, we are as these film festivals, all of the partners are doing a creation together. I'm happy and excited to see the results of that, because I believe that women tell stories, some similar stories in very different geographies, and by this creation we will see how these films talk with each other and what kind of dialogue will it bring to the audiences of these festivals? So yes, we are all very excited at Flying Broom to show these films and to be in this collaboration.
Let's do the Zoom classic. Thanks, Neil. And Manal, what about you for Regard de Femme? Your festival is coming up in October.
Exactement. Alors, tout d'abord, je suis très heureuse de faire partie de ce panel, surtout que j'aurais dû être à Beyrouth en 2020, mais malheureusement, avec le Covid et tout, tout a été reporté pour une date ultérieure. Est-ce que je parle ou bien...
C'est bien. Je veux traduire maintenant. I will translate. So Manal says that she's very happy to be joining us today. And she was supposed to be in Beirut at Beirut Women Film Festival in 2020. However, it was, let's say, postponed because of COVID. So, and we're still waiting you one day. Manal, go ahead.
Alors sinon, pour Regard de Femme, cette année, ça sera la 4e édition après 2 années de rupture à cause de la crise sanitaire. Regard de Femme, c'est le premier festival de films de femmes en Tunisie qui est organisé par notre association, la Fédération tunisienne de ciné-clubs. C'est une association qui est créée en 1949 et son objectif essentiel est la promotion de la culture cinématographique à travers les ciné-clubs qui existent à peu près dans tout le territoire tunisien.
So Regard de Femme, or the Vision of Woman, is celebrating this coming year, its 4th edition after a stop of 2 years because of the health situation. And it is organized by the Federal Association of Cine Clubs, which was established in the 50s, 1954, as, is it right?
1954.
49, 49. So 1949, and its main objective is to promote for culture and for cinematographic works around Tunisia.
Alors, le festival Regard de Femmes, c'est un festival qui veut promouvoir le travail des femmes réalisatrices. On passe essentiellement des films réalisés par des femmes qui bien sûr, son but, c'est de contribuer au développement durable dans le sens où créer une plateforme pour les femmes réalisatrices, en plus de créer une sorte d'échange à propos de tout ce qui est stéréotype, l'image de la femme dans le cinéma.
So the objective of this festival is to promote for women filmmakers and for their work, and to create a kind of sustainable environment for the women filmmakers around Tunisia in the profession, and also to change the way women are portrayed in cinema.
Généralement, le festival s'articule autour de 6 ou 7 axes chaque année, à part la projection des films, les débats qui suivent les films avec les réalisatrices à distance ou en présentiel. Et puis, il y a une résidence d'écriture de scénario qui aide les jeunes réalisatrices à créer leurs films et leurs scénarios avec un encadreur qui les encadre à avoir à la fin des scénarios prêts à être tournés.
So the festival runs around different objectives or axes. There is the film screenings and also the debates raised within those films, around those films, and the discussions with the female filmmakers after the films, and also some workshops on script writing for women filmmakers to develop their scripts and on the objective of filming those films in the future.
Voilà, les autres axes de chaque année, c'est rendre un hommage à une réalisatrice par la projection de ses films, et puis les tables rondes où on invite généralement des femmes du domaine, quelles que soient des réalisatrices, des monteuses ou autres, pour parler à chaque fois, pour prendre un sujet et discuter autour d'un sujet à propos de la femme dans le cinéma en général.
Other aspects include honoring female figures in the Tunisian cinema, and also organizing roundtables around different topics that concern women filmmakers, and welcoming directors, women directors or editors or professionals from the industry, and to talk around those topics.
Donc, dernièrement, pour terminer, juste cette opportunité du projet, notre projet, le Claim the Frame, est très important pour nous, pour le festival, car c'est dans notre philosophie de faire un réseautage avec d'autres institutions, d'autres festivals de films de femmes. On croit que tous, nous pouvons changer vraiment les attitudes à propos de la femme, surtout dans le domaine du cinéma.
To end with, regarding this project and this collaboration, Reclaim the Frame International, we are very happy to be part of this collaboration. We believe, as part of our philosophy, that networking with other female film festivals in the world will help us all together to achieve our mutual objectives.
Thank you, Sam.
Merci, Manal.
Merci, Manal. Thank you. Sam, let's come to you next. Tell us, tell us a bit about Beirut Women Film Festival and what this project means to you, but also tell us a bit about the festival that you're in the thick of right now and what you've got coming up.
Yeah, in fact, again, we have a lot of common things as we are presenting all of us. There is a lot of common things together. In Beirut, we started this festival. We are celebrating now the 5th edition. We started it in 2018. And in fact, we are a group of filmmakers, women and men, that we believe long time ago, since we started working together in 2007, we believe that we have to establish, and we practice this in our daily productions and work. We establish a kind of a healthy environment with gender equity, and we are all work together as equal, as partners, as in all aspects of the production, from decision making to the payment to the time load. And then we noticed this discrepancy in the market in Lebanon and around us in the Arab world. And then we did some research about it, and we discovered that there is a real issue regarding the presence of women in cinema on both two aspects. Her presence as a professional filmmaker and in the profession, in different professions in the industry, and her presence in front of the screen. So we decided to start in Beirut this initiative. We produced a film that is a woman film. It's a story of 6 women, each waiting for a certain man who disappeared during the war. It's a national issue that is still alive in Lebanon since 30 years from the war, and even before. We still have 17,000 persons who disappeared during the war, and we don't know their destiny. And there is a movement led by women in downtown Beirut that is considered that the longest sit-in in the history of humanity. Since 2005 they started, and they are still for today, 15 years. Every Saturday they do the sit-in, just asking a question: where are our people? So we based on this story to launch a film. And after this film production, we decided to do a certain kind of a woman movement, woman filmmakers movement in the country. It happened by coincidence that I'm the porte-parole, the speaker of this community, Beirut Film Society, and I'm a man, but the majority of Beirut Film Society are female filmmakers in different positions and different responsibilities. So we started in 2018, and we started in both a film screening program every year and also capacity building programs to educate female filmmakers and the students around the country and in university about the responsibility in making change in the industry, and also to educate all people, women or not, or men, or any gender, that they have a mutual responsibility on changing the way we perceive the presence of women, either as a professional person or as a talent in front of the camera. Definitely, we consider that Beirut is still a kind of a place in the Arab world where other countries look at as a place that is somehow progressive and moves forward very fast because of the nature of the culture in Lebanon and this variety of cultures, this openness to the Western world and to the Eastern world at the same time, the ability that Lebanon and Beirut can play a certain role of communication between the East and the West, between brackets and between also different religious cultures, Muslim and Christian and others and Jewish. So we have this variety of mosaic in Beirut in all cultures and backgrounds and religions. And we've been struggling since years to establish a certain kind of understanding of intercultural communication. And we found that when Beirut launches something in the Arab world, usually this is a historical thing that other countries, they look up to it and they see it in a positive way, and they try to also add to this movement with their culture and experience and take from it also and try to apply it in their countries. Definitely, I'm not pretending that we are doing more than we can do or that we will do a huge change in the Arab world as a general, but I think that this kind of collaborations that we do together, like our project now, Reclaim the Frame International, and other projects that we run, we did previous years and we may do later, this networking will make all our efforts and power stronger and able to do further change, especially with the youth, that we put a lot of enjeu challenges, and we consider that they are the real investment in the cinema. So if we invest in the youth, I think it's the most sustainable way and concrete, and also it can be it can give a better results in the future, because youth are the future and they will shape the future of this of media, cinema, and also the society. So now we are, as I said, we are celebrating the 5th edition, and we have a larger program of panels and films in 1 week. We also, like Manal said, honor a female figure in the industry that we did on Sunday, and we proceed during the week with all the panels and the talks and discussions around the films. And we are looking forward. We are happy that this project is being launched from Beirut as today, and it will be maybe closed in Beirut like in March 2023, with screening this variety of films from all our countries. And I'm looking forward to take advantage of this mutual program to open a lot of topics and a lot of discussions that can be fruitful and productive for our project and for our audience also.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to bringing films from Lebanon, Turkey, Tunisia to the UK. I mean, for our part in the project, one of the things that appeals is that we just simply do not see enough stories from the Middle East and North African territories here in the UK, let alone films by women from the Middle East and North African territories. So yeah, so that's really exciting. I also wanted to say that whilst we've got people watching, and probably filmmakers watching, and probably from Turkey, Tunisia, and Lebanon, is we will soon be building this training program that I alluded to, that's part of the overall project, and it's a kind of business skills training program for women directors from our partner countries. And, you know, whilst we have a kind of idea between us of the kinds of things that course will cover, if there are things that, you know, you as filmmakers out there feel like you would benefit from or like to learn from in terms of ideas for this kind of training program, which is as much about kind of peer-to-peer learning as part of our kind of international collaboration as it is from us bringing in like speakers and coaches and things. But yeah, any ideas in the chat are welcome. So I'm aware we only have a couple of minutes. Is there anything that anybody wanted to add?
We hope that in the next edition in March 2023, we have everyone here, so we can do also organize as a closing round table around what we did during this year and how our films were perceived in different festivals, and how much we can evaluate how much this project influenced or maybe how people perceived it, what were the things that we took from it. I guess that it would be a great idea to have a round table also by the end of this project around it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, and yeah, hopefully we can come together in person for that one. Yeah, I'm hoping to see you at each of your festivals. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to work with you. And for everybody watching, I would just say to keep an eye on each of our social media channels at Beirut Women Film Festival, Flying Broom, and Regard de Femme, and Bird's Eye View. For more, we're in the really, really early stages. We've got a year left to go, and plenty of kind of events and opportunities over the course of that year, and following us on our social media channels for each partner is probably the best way to know what's coming up. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks everyone, and thank you, Sam, for this platform as part of Beirut Women Film Festival, and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you, Melanie and Manal and Neil, and thank you also Christina, who's in the back office.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thanks everyone for watching and tuning in.